What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Market Marauders. Beat the market one trade at a time. So, the Market Marauders, it's an investment channel, helps you to find the best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure that subscribe button down below, like, comment, and share. Now, today, I'll be giving you my option watch list for the week. It's going to be from the perspective of Webull and from Robinhood. So, if you'd like to join either one of those platforms, make sure you check the description down below, where you can have a link where you can get 2 free stocks. So with further ado, let's jump into it. Now, jumping into Webull, this is the Webull platform. The first stock is going to be ticker sign AMD for AMD. Moving average 10 is 68.88. Moving average 50 is 61.87. And moving average 100 is 58.61. Now they ended the week at 69.40. So above their moving average 50, which is this purple line, and the moving average 100, which is this yellow line. And they were also above their moving average 10, which is this red line right here. So I would denote this as a breakout. In my opinion, they're very bullish. The stock has continued to go up. So let's jump into some background information, which is what I like to do on this channel, to see what is causing this run up. So a couple days ago, they just released AMD Ryzen 4000 series desktop processors with AMD Radeon graphics set to deliver breakthrough performance for commercial and consumer desktop PCs. So they have the specs down here for the processors. And basically, if you don't know what AMD is, they make a lot of computer components in the simplest way to explain that. And a lot of stuff that people use for computers. The whole industry kind of went up when the whole crypto thing began. People use a lot of their components to do crypto mining. Companies like them, Intel, as well as Nvidia. So if you're familiar with those companies, then this is along the lines of that company. But they do have an earnings coming up, so that's one thing to look forward to that as well. Also, they have these products that are they're being released. Now, these are all commercial and consumer desktop products. So, it's not like a specialty made thing. You can go to the store and buy these, but they're pretty good, in my opinion. And, I think it's going to help the company to be more profitable. The whole pandemic situation, they were hit a little bit, but the stock continued to go up. So, I think they have, pretty good run up potential, especially, considering that they're still developing new chipsets as well as new components in their factories. So, you know, continuous improvements, despite, the whole pandemic situation, I think can make them, yield them to be very profitable in the long run. With that being said, let's jump into Robinhood. This is a Robinhood platform, if you're not familiar with it, and this is the option side of it. If you want to get options for Webull or for Robinhood, once you download the app, you can actually apply. You'll go to your account settings and apply for options and apply for options on the Webull as well. So you don't automatically get options, but you do have to fill out like a form and you can apply for options. It doesn't take that long. The turnaround time is pretty fast as well. So, just bear in mind when you get on the app, you're not automatically, signed up for options. So on the options platform, if you're new to options, the left-hand side is a strike price, right-hand side is the price that you pay, and this is the expiration date. So this is essentially the date that your contract expires. Each one of these, if you press the plus on here, is going to be the purchase of one contract. So one contract is equivalent to 100 shares of a stock at a specific price. And the strike price is basically where you believe the stock is going to go. So for me, I buy calls and buy puts. I don't sell calls or sell puts. So this is going to be perspective from buying calls and buying puts. So just bear that in mind. Um, A call is you believe that the stock is going to be bullish, which means you believe that the market is going to go up or the price is going to go up. A put, when you're buying a put, that means you believe that it's bearish, which means you believe that it's going to go down in the opposite direction below where the current share price is. So this is the share price that Robinhood has, 69.42, and that is uh, where it ended at the market. So I believe a call is the best option between $70 to $80 with the expiration of 1/15/2021. So by January, I do believe it could execute this. Even though earnings is right around the corner, which is next week, I do believe that you know after the earnings, this will continue to run up, and that the stock has potential to go up even more to the price of $70 or $80 range. Um, a lot of developments going on with the company, and I think their product is going to be used even more, especially considering all the games and stuff are coming out. People are going to be upgrading their PCs for all those games and things of that nature. And also, with people being at home, a lot more PCs are being built. People probably upgrading their PCs as well. Being quarantined or having their job. You know, starting them to work from home and not being at the office. So you'll be looking to pay between $713 to $1,053 on the Robinhood platform, and that is for a call between $70 to $80. Now let's jump into the Webull platform, and let's jump into the options tab that I have on here. So we have AMD already pulled up. We have January 15th already pulled up. On the Webull platform is a little bit different than the Robinhood platform. This bid section right here is going to be representative of buy. So when you see bid on here, that's the same as the buy tab on Robinhood. When you see the sell or the sell tab, it's going to be the same as the ask on here. So on the left hand side, you have all the calls. On the right hand side, you have the puts. So this is going to be the equivalent of buying a put, and this is the equivalent of selling a put. And this is the equivalent of selling a call. This is the equivalent of buying a call. Now, we're only concerned with buying calls and buying puts on this video, or that's all I'm going over. We have our strike price. If you look at the difference between the platforms as well, all the prices are right in the middle for the strike price. And they usually go in ascending order. So we said between $80 to $70. So we see right here, this section is buy. If you're not familiar with it being buy, you can actually go right here, and if you hover over it, it'll tell you that it's buy. The $70 strike price, you're looking on the Webull platform between $1,045, and for the $80 strike, you're looking at $700. Now, these are two different platforms, so it's not one to one. But it actually on Webull it tells you how many people are selling them. So there are 20 contracts out there and 9 contracts out there at the time that the market closed. So these prices are going to be different. Uh, you know, it's going to fluctuate up and down depending on where AMD actually is, because these options will be considered in the money. So in the money just basically means that it has reached the strike price. So everything below here is considered in the money because it's gone above that price. Now, for puts, it's a little different uh, because it works in reverse. So all the in the money ones on options for calls will be out of the money for puts. So just bear that in mind. It goes in reverse. So all these that are green are in the money for call side, but they're all out of the money for put side. So just bear that in mind when you're looking at options. It can get a little bit tricky. Now, going to our next one for the week on my watch list, got ticker sign FB for Facebook. Everybody's familiar with Facebook. Um, the moving average 10 is 231.18. Moving average 50 is 237.12. Moving average 100 is 239.05. And they ended the week at 230.71. So they're below all three metrics, moving average 10, 50, and 100. So to me, they're on a very bearish pattern. Even though it shows towards the end of the day there was a little small rally where it tried to pull back, but to me, this is still very bearish, and I think it will continue to go down. Going to some background information on them. Just going to read over some highlights from their newsroom. This is all public information, just about.fb.com/news, and you can read it too. Um, you can go live on Facebook from Messenger Rooms, introducing app lock and new privacy settings. Um, Keeping people safe and informed about the pandemic situation, new ways to fundraise for personal cause on IG, supporting the teachers, diversity. They have a lot of things going on with Facebook in general. But looking at their market cap, they're pretty high. Definitely overvalued in my personal opinion. So as far as options are concerned, I think a put would be the best option. Uh, you know, just based on they have earnings coming up as well, but I don't think their earnings is going to be nearly what people think it's going to be. I think it's going to be they may yield a profit, but I think it's going to go down and continue to go down from there. Just based on all the stuff that's gone on in the market, and their market cap being so large, in opposed to the rest of the market. Now, I think a strike price between uh, 205 and 215 is going to be a good put with the same expiration as the last one, which was 1/15/2021. We're looking at 205. You got $1,310, and 215 you got $1,678. Now these are a little bit more expensive. It's just because Facebook is a little more expensive, um, and you'll see that with options as well. The higher the price of the stock, the higher the options usually are. So just bear that in mind. When looking at options, if you're trying to start off options brand new, you may want to get a option on a stock that is a little bit cheaper, because it'll be an easier entry point for actually buying options for that stock. Now, jumping into the Webull platform, going to the options tab, we're going to look up Facebook, ticker sign FB. Then we're going to look for that date, 15th. And we set a strike price between 205 to 215, so we're just going to scroll down until we get to 205. So here's 205. And we set a put. So just remember the right hand side is to buy a put. So this section right here. So 205, you're looking at $1,285. Looks to be about 40 of those for sale. And then the other strike price is 215. You're looking at $1,650, and 40 of those are for sale for that expiration. Now, just bear in mind, these are all stagnant prices because the market is stagnant, because the market is actually closed. So this is the actual where it closed at. But when the market opens, these prices will fluctuate. But the important thing to remember is the strike price in the middle, because that is what you're going to want to target your actual option towards. Going to my last one for the week, we have ticker sign SHOP for Shopify. They've been on a crazy run for a while, but starting to see a bearish breakout. They had a large drop off from about 1,074 and went all the way down to about 900. Looks like 941. They bounced back up, and this is what they call the dead cat bounce, where they bounced and they shot back up and they've gone back down. Towards the end of the day, it seems like it was kind of mixed feelings about it. A lot of people bought. It tried to rally up. It hit a resistance where it looks like about 935, and then it continued to go back down. But this, to me, denotes that it was a very bearish. It began a bearish pattern because it went down, and right here at this price of 956.62, It crossed the moving average 10 crossed the moving average 50 and moving average 100, which to me denotes the beginning of a bearish pattern. So that's kind of how I read those charts. On here, it would begin the movement of a bullish pattern. So if you would have bought right here, once it crossed the moving average 50 line, then you would have saw it began its bullish pattern, and then it start to go back up. Um, Confirmation for me would have been, it hit the moving average 100 and went past it, and then, you know, then it went immediately bearish after that. Jumping into some background information from them, just going to read from the press releases. Their second quarter financial results is going to be next week as well. So all three of these companies have earnings next week. So that's something to look forward to. Um, Shopify announced the results of 2020 annual meeting of shareholders, announced major product launches and updates at virtual event Reunite, including Shopify Balance and Shop Pay installments. And there's some more articles on there. I'm just reading the highlights from the articles. My synopsis basically is that I believe Shopify is going to go down. I think it was way overpriced, especially considering the fact that a lot of people who had businesses on Shopify actually, were hit pretty hard from, their stores actually closing. Digital sales are another thing. It's a completely different market compared to a physical store. But a lot of these digital stores lost customers as well, just because people's financial situations we're not secure enough to buy a lot of these items. A lot of these Shopify stores, they're not really selling like, you know, essential items. Now, some of them are. I'm not saying they aren't, but a lot of them are selling, kind of discretionary items, some things that people may not need. Uh, but those companies that were selling items that people didn't need, I feel like they got put to the back burner. So I do feel like a lot of people actually stopped using Shopify, even though Shopify had like a grace period where you can, I think it was like 3 month grace period where you can actually, keep your account open, or put it on pause so that you didn't have to pay the fees. But I think after that, going 3 months with people not having sales, people are trying to restructure how they're going to actually be doing business in the e-commerce world. So I think until the whole market recovers, in my opinion, I really don't see um, Shopify being, as profitable as it was um, in the past. And with that being said, I think a put is the best option in my opinion, between a strike price of $870 to $900. So you'll be looking to pay between $12,650 to $14,000. $115. Now you may be saying, wow, that's pretty expensive. Everyone's risk management is different, so I can't say, hey, this is super expensive car, or hey, this is super expensive. Why is there not cheaper ones? I try to give ones on each different tier. So start off with the semi cheap one, and then go to a medium one and a more expensive one. But everyone's accounts are different, so what may be expensive to one person may not be expensive to another person. And that's all with risk management. So some people, everyone's in a different financial situation. My goal is just to point you to the information, and give my synopsis, or analyze the situation to see what really is going on, and if there is a deal out there in the market for you to grow your account. Because ultimately, that's the goal. Whether you have a large amount of money in your account and you want to double it, or you have a small amount of money in your account and you want to double it, you still need to know the tools in order to do that. So going into the Webull platform, we're going to look at Shopify, ticker sign SHOP. And then we had that expiration date of the 15th, like the other ones. And we're looking at a price between 870 to 900, so that's going to be all the way at the bottom. So 870, buying a put. Remember, that's this right hand side, this first column that says bid. You're looking at a price of $12,830. Looks to be about 10 available. And then for the 900, you're looking to pay about 1,000, no, $14,990. So about the similar range for both platforms. But I'm not here to say one platform is better than the other one. I just like the charts on Webull a lot better. That's why I use them for analysis purposes. But to each his own. Drop a comment down below to me which ones you guys are looking at this week. Tell me if you guys are turning profits and which stocks you were looking at overall for options. And good luck to you all trading out there. See you guys next time.